Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. In class 1, we went over problems 1, 2, and 3 of the 8 problems on grouping symbols when we're simplifying expressions. It's the same as, say, solving it. Find your answer. As I told you yesterday, I don't like the whole PEMDAS thing. And the reason I don't like it is, well, one of the reasons is now we got another grouping symbol. We have the brackets. So the brackets kind of take precedent over the parentheses. So if we look at this problem, and I'm going to talk through this problem, so just follow along as I talk through it before I ask people things. We go through our proper order for solving problems like that, and we talk first about grouping symbols. Well, we have brackets and we have parentheses. Okay? The brackets, as I said, take precedence. So we do everything inside the brackets, and we do that like it's its own problem. How many operations, Braden, are inside the brackets? 3. Addition, addition, and multiplication. So we do 3 operations before we're done with the brackets. 3 operations before we're done with the brackets. We got to add, we got to add, we got to multiply. Okay, so now, when we have parentheses, we move from, if we have more than one, we move from left to right, just like we're doing a regular math problem. So the first step is going to be, inside the parentheses, we have 15 plus 5. So 15 plus 5 is 20. We haven't used that addition sign. We still have 5 times 2 in parentheses and still inside there. And we have our division of 3. Remember, we're funneling out one operation at a time until we get to our final answer. One operation at a time until we get to our final answer. We've already filtered out one. Now we look inside the brackets, because that's our grouping symbol. Inside we have parentheses. So we do the parentheses, and we say 5 times 2 is 10. And we have, this is still left inside the brackets. So we have to do that third operation before we get out of the brackets. So we have 20 plus 10, which is 30. Now we've done everything inside the brackets. So now we're down to one operation left. That operation is division. And 30 divided by 3 is 10. Now what I'm seeing on some people's papers is you're doing it all in your head, writing down an answer. Well, you're more likely to make mistakes that way, 1. 2, when we have a test over this Friday, you don't know what problem that answer matches with, because they're probably going to be some of the same problems. Luckily for you, they'll probably all be on the tube of you on my channel, because that's the way I'm rolling. All right, so that was number 4. 1, 2, and 3 are already on the tube of you. See, we had half of one, and then the fire alarm went off. So I finished one, and then in the second video I finished one, and then I did 2 and 3. So there's 2 videos for the first 3. I know, cray, right? 5. Inside the brackets we have 21 minus 13. That's in parentheses. Plus more parentheses, 32 minus 24. That's all inside the brackets, and then we have times 4. Caitlin, how many operations are inside my brackets? 3. That means I have to do 3 different operations before I get to my multiplying by 4. Inside my brackets I have parentheses. I have 2 sets of parentheses, so I work from left to right. I start with 21, subtract 13, and I get what, Christian? 8. Now that's still in the brackets. I still have 32, subtract 24 in parentheses. So I have filtered out one of my operations in the brackets. Dancing Queen. I go to my next set of parentheses, and I have 32 subtract 24, and I get, say 8. 8. So now I have an 8 here. I'm still inside the brackets. So I have 8 plus 8 inside the brackets. Outside the brackets, I have multiplied by 4. I still have my grouping symbols. So I start with my grouping symbols. Ziamari, what's 8 plus 8? 16. And now I am out of the brackets. I've done everything in the brackets. And I only have one operation left. 16 times 4 is what, Nick?
64.
64. I beg of you to go through each step and show them like this. It increases your chance of getting them correct by 93%. You're 93% more likely to make a mistake if you don't work them out and show every step. Now, if I'm moving too fast for you, they will be on the tube of you. I'll also post all of the videos from today on today's Classroom of Google. And the last one I'm going to do with you guys is number 6. So I have 49. Subtract inside my brackets. I have 3 times 4. And then I have plus 9 times 2. And then we have brackets. Our first step is our grouping symbols. We do have grouping symbols. We start with the brackets because they supersede any other grouping symbols. I don't know, there may be something besides brackets and parentheses, but I don't know them. So we have 3 operations inside our brackets. Let's start. Alex, we start with the first one to the left. What is 3 times 4, Alex? 12. Okay, so we're still inside our brackets. We have 12, we have plus, we have 9 times 2, and still inside of our brackets. Carly, we have I forgot my 49 minus. Do that in red. 39, subtract. All right, Carly, we have a second set of parentheses. 9 times 2, and what does that equal, Carly? 18. So 9 times 2 is 18. We're still inside my brackets. And we have 49. So then Jacob, we're still inside the brackets. We have 12 plus 18, which is?
30.
30. You sounded so sure about that, didn't you? 30. And so we have 49. Subtract 30. And what do I get, Leighton?
19.
19. Remember, not all of them will have grouping symbols. But if you look at the ones we did yesterday, we start with our grouping symbols. We don't do exponents. Then we multiply or divide from left to right. Remember, that's the same step. You could add division and then a multiplication, and you still move from left to right. Then we add and subtract from left to right. Then we're done. We're done. We eliminate one operation at a time. Like this, we had 2 sets of parentheses. We worked from left to right. If I had 2 multiplication, I'd move from left to right. If I had a division, then a multiplication, I'd still work from left to right. Do the division first. Boom. Shaka-laka. Peace out. God bless. Love you. Do something kind today. Go home and hug your parents. And if you have a brother or sister, give them a high five. Tell them they don't stink as bad as normal.